Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, coming to you with another episode of Tools That Don't Suck. So if you guys watch my Instagram, I did a little IGTV video of me unloading my new favorite piece of equipment in the shop. That's the Eastwood scroll compressor, the QST 3060. This thing, I've been waiting for a while to get one in my hands. Any of you guys that are new to this channel, I do work for Eastwood. That is my day job, but I try and give reviews on tools that are fair, and they're my favorite. So this is something I've been waiting for, and unfortunately, I had to let the general public customers get all of yours first. They sold out ridiculously quick as soon as we put them out, and I've been waiting for one to come in so I can get one for myself. I finally got one. I can replace my big stand-up 60-gallon compressor that is noisy as all hell. And this thing is going to be awesome in my shop. So I'm going to start by doing a little timer here as I talk about, so you can hear how quiet this compressor is and also how quick it fills. So I got a little stopwatch on my phone, and as I turn this on, I'm going to click this over and hit start at the same time. So you can hear how quiet this thing is. When it first starts up, it's a little louder for a few seconds and then it kind of mellows out. But you can hear this thing basically sounds like an outside air conditioning unit that you would have next to an industrial building or even your house. It's about this loud. And I'm sitting right next to the camera. The camera is, I don't know, 6 to 8 feet away from me right now. And I'm talking at basically the same level as I was before. Now, the compressor is 12 CFM. At 90 psi, and it has, listen to me here, 100% duty cycle. That is the important part. That means that this compressor is rated to run all the time. This thing is an industrial design, so this compressor can run and run and run. So if you're using your blast cabinet, the compressor is running quite often. It is not something to worry about because the compressor is designed to run that way. So it has a nice oil cooler built into the compressor with a fan, so that the oil circulates through this just like you would have in a car. It has an oil cooler, so this is going to keep the oil cool, which in return keeps the unit cool. That's a big part of this. So it has a 30-gallon tank in it, which may sound on the small side, but because of the 100% duty cycle, it makes it so that the tank will drain a little quicker than, say, a 60, but it can recover really quickly and it can run no problem. And because it's so quiet, as you can hear, it's really no big deal. So I'm going to put this thing across my shop, and you're not going to be able to hear it at all. You can hear the music. In fact, your tools that you use are actually going to be a lot louder than the compressor itself. So you're not going to be able to hear the compressor at all over your tools, and you're definitely not going to hear it over any kind of music in the shop, which is really nice. So I have this set up right now because it does have these nice casters. I have this set up so I can just roll it around the shop until I get rid of my old compressor. But it's actually been kind of handy to roll it around the shop because I can roll it closer to where I'm at. I don't have to have hoses going all over the shop. Because it is so compact, it's really nice that I can keep it close to me. So, let the air blow off here real quick. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. And it was probably just a little bit quicker than that, to be honest, because I hit this just after. So we rate on the website under 3 minutes guaranteed the fill time on this. It will vary. Some compressors, mine is definitely a really strong one I have here. This is the first time I've timed it. 2 minutes, 17 seconds from 0 up to 150 psi, so that's where it generally kicks off at, which is really awesome. So the time that it takes to fill it up is really, really quick. You'll find when you're using the tool, I was using this to strip the Sport Coupe over there. A couple weeks ago, we stripped the car all the way down, got all the surface rust off, and we were using a die grinder with a little cookie on it to take off the rust around the door jambs and the window openings. Because we couldn't get the bristle disc or the SCT in there. And we were running that thing for probably an hour or two, almost nonstop. What I found is the compressor would run for maybe a minute, would shut off, you would get a couple minutes of using the die grinder, it would run again, and it wasn't bothersome at all because the die grinder was louder than the compressor, or the music was louder than the compressor, so it was really nice. So This thing is a game changer for anybody that's using it in a home shop like this, where you have a single, 1 or 2 guys working in the shop. It will handle pretty much anything you could throw at it, no problem. We have seen, or I've seen, guys that have hooked these up to their larger tanks. So another thing you could do is if you have a junk compressor, you could daisy chain the tanks to give you a little more capacity. And this thing really won't have any problem filling it up. It's not rated to run, you don't want to hook up 100 gallons of tank because it may decrease the time that it will take to fill the tanks, but it will keep up no problem is what I found. But for me, the 30-gallon tank works just fine, and I use it all the time now, and I don't really mind with the compressor turning on and off. Because of the duty cycle rating that it has, it's meant to do that. It's meant to be an industrial application where it's running really, really often. So that is the Eastwood QST 3060. It is my new favorite tool in the shop. It packs a lot of power in a small space, which is really awesome. So that's all I have for tools that don't suck for this one. For you guys that want to check one of these out, they're right around $1,500 for the compressor, which if you look online, any scroll design compressor doesn't even come close. I think when I looked last, the closest machine, price-wise, closest machine as far as the specs and performance, price-wise is like $4,000 or $5,000. So $1,500 is on the higher end if you're looking at a traditional compressor, but a traditional compressor doesn't have the specs that this thing has, so you're not even comparing apples to apples. But if you're looking at scrolls, nothing touches this for price, and it's definitely worth it. And with having the warranty and the backing that Eastwood has, we have the parts are all available. So it kind of makes it nice if you do need a part, you can call up, get a part shipped to it, and get it changed out with no problem at all. So thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. There's a link in the video below if you want to learn more about the machine. With my tools that don't suck, I kind of just give you guys what you need to know, what I think is awesome about the tool. You guys can read more below about the tool in the link, and you can click that. And if you want to purchase one, of course, you can purchase it right off the website in there. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate it. Check you later.